What is going on, guys? It's your boy Trent back with a video today. Have a very special guest on the channel, Mr. Nolan Givan. Football player, just played at Southeastern Louisiana this year. So Nolan, welcome in. Hope you're doing good.
Appreciate it, man. Thanks for having me.
Okay, so first of all, we're going to talk about your high school memories. Now, you're a guy from Michigan. You played at Ball State, played at San Diego State, and then you just played at Southeastern Louisiana. So for you, when did you start playing football?
I think first grade, so 2004 or 5.
Okay, and then when did you start getting some interest from colleges?
Probably after my junior year, so it would have been like 2014, I think. Yeah.
Okay, so now you went to Ball State first. What was the reason you went to Ball State?
I had some offers to play defense as well, and I think what it came down to was me wanting to play offense. I ended up going there as a tight end, which is like I never played a tight end. In high school, I was a receiver.
Yeah.
So that was ultimately my decision, and it was like somewhat close to home. It's only like 3.5, 4 hours. So I mean, those were like the two biggest factors for me about why I would go to Ball State or why I went to Ball State out of high school.
Yeah. Okay. So you also played at San Diego State and also played at Southeastern Louisiana. What were the biggest differences between those three colleges?
I feel like between Ball State and San Diego State was such a run-heavy offense. My role was primarily like as a blocker, and I didn't go there expecting to catch a ton of balls, but I wanted to do a little bit more. But that was probably the biggest difference between those two. Both at the FBS level, both really good programs. San Diego State, they've had a lot of success recent years, so it was a really good.
Yeah.
It's a different vibe over there. I mean, they're much more. How would I put it? They don't tolerate a lot, I guess is the best way to put it. Like they have their system, they stick to it, and it works. Ball State, we were trying to figure out like what our culture was. We had a lot of rough years when I was there, but I was part of developing, a championship team. Eventually, they went on to win the year after I left, which I'm not trying to take credit for that at all. But I was there with those same guys for 3 years, so I just think I was part of the turnaround that happened. And then Southeastern Louisiana, very player-led team. Coaches basically wanted us to handle things as like the seniors the way, however we wanted it done was the way that they wanted it to go. So they were like asking us for leadership, which I thought was great because I think we had a good group of seniors. We did a really good job leading the guys. We had a pretty good year. So three very different cultures. I'm very blessed to be able to experience all three of those schools. So I wouldn't trade any of that for anything.
Yeah, I got you. Okay, so now I have to ask you, man. You just played with Kelley, and what was it like playing with him?
Yeah, Cole is a different breed. I mean, he's a freak. He's 6'7", 240 pounds. He's got crazy arm talent. So I mean, with him, he's a good facilitator. Communicates very well. He leads very well. He is one of the best players I've played with, like throughout my football experience. I give him a lot of credit. He's worked his way up. Arkansas, he left because he wasn't in a good situation for himself, and he battled some things and persevered and was able to have such a great career at Southeastern. So I look up to him in that sense. I mean, he's a great guy. We're like best friends, off the field. But yeah, he's a great leader, very talented. I mean, I got to give him a lot of credit.
Yeah. I mean, you just mentioned you put Arkansas, and me, I'm an Ole Miss fan, and I remember him back at Arkansas.
Yeah.
Pretty good quarterback. He just kind of got beat out some. So
yeah.
But he's pretty good for sure. Okay, so now out of the 32 teams, what team do you think is going to draft Kelley? Just take a guess. Wild guess.
I don't know. It's interesting because today we were just talking about. I just got back from training, and they were talking about the Seahawks because they're in their rebuild.
Okay.
The trainer had just mentioned something about my quarterback. I don't know. I think he'll get picked up in mid to later rounds. I mean, I think ideally that's the best position for him. So I don't know. We'll have to see. I think it could be anyone that would be So
yeah, you just don't know. So
I guess.
yeah, I got you. Okay, so this question I have for you is now you play for Coach Frank. How you say his last name? Yeah, how is it like playing for him?
He's different. He's from Louisiana. Like that whole experience for me was different because I'm from Michigan and played on the West Coast before that. He's like brutally honest, and like I mean that in a good way. Like he's gonna tell you how it is. He'll never BS you. He makes sure you're working hard. Like he's gonna handle things the way his players want. Like I said, that we were a senior-led team, so he always communicated with us and made sure that we were on the same page. He handled anything that we needed basically. So good players coach. I think he's a good recruiter. I didn't talk to him too much before I got there, but for me it was a business decision. I came there strictly for football. I mean, I was only there for 6 months. School wasn't any part of my decision. I already had my master's degree, so he knew what I was about when I got there. We developed a great relationship. I think he's a great guy.
Okay, yeah, good answer. Okay, so now who is the hardest player you have ever faced so far in college?
Uh, Defensively or just like anyone in general?
Yeah, just anybody from your team or a different team.
So I didn't actually play. I was redshirting this year, and I was just dressed on the sideline. We played Western Michigan. They had Corey Davis.
Okay, yeah.
I think he lit us up for like 300 yards and like 3 touchdowns. It was something. It was insane. Like it was. He had 2 top 10 plays that night. So
Man,
I hadn't seen anything like that. It was like a cold Tuesday night. Like the Maxion thing was going on. I was just standing watching. It was crazy. So
yeah, I bet it was. Yeah, he's pretty good.
yeah.
Okay, so now if you could play in any stadium in the country you have not played at, where would it be and why?
Any stadium. So college or NFL?
Yeah, college or NFL.
Probably the Big House. I kind of grew up as like a Michigan fan. That was like what my team
Yeah,
had supported. So I just,
I can see that.
I went on with him, and we were actually going to play them. I think Ball State was supposed to play Michigan at the Big House in 2020, but the game ended up getting canceled because that was like the COVID year.
Yeah.
I wasn't there, ironically, but that's probably one of the places I would want to play at. Or
Okay, I can see that.
But
Okay, so now what has been your favorite memory so far?
favorite memory.
Favorite win, play, just anything.
Let me think. One of my favorite plays, I scored against Notre Dame in 2018. We played them on the road. That was just a surreal moment. I mean, we probably, I don't know, we lost the game by like 8, so it was pretty competitive. So it was like a meaningful touchdown at the time. I think I was the only one we had in that game. So that was crazy. I mean, to score in a place like that against a really talented team, that was really super cool. We've played in a lot of cool places, but that moment was pretty special.
Okay, I can see that. Okay, so now I have a couple of just interesting questions for you, just to kind of see your opinions on thoughts on these. Okay, so for you playing for 3 different teams, who is the one player you remember? Who is someone you would not trust dating your daughter? Out of anybody for the past couple years.
This guy named Justin Hall from Ball State. He's a receiver, number 11.
Okay.
Super talented, great guy. I mean, he'll be in the NFL, but he is. I don't know. I'm not going to give a reason, but that's the guy, Justin Hall from Ball State.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah.
Okay, so now, who is your celebrity crush?
Celebrity crush. Honestly, I just saw that new Batman movie.
Okay.
Zoe Kravitz. I think she's
Yeah.
Catwoman in that. That's got to be it right now.
Okay, so that movie pretty good. I've not seen it yet, so
yeah,
pretty
fantastic.
good.
I mean, it's 3 hours long, but I was pretty much watching the whole time, so it was worth it.
Okay, I got you. You have to check that out pretty soon.
For sure.
Okay, so next question I have for you is: would you rather be in a coma for 10 years or be in prison for 5?
Dang.
This is a pretty interesting question. I've had many different responses on this too.
I know this is kind of hard because I don't. I don't know if they have research on like what actually happens when someone is in a coma, like if they dream or what. Like I have to imagine you're like dreaming or something, which I don't know. 10 years is just such a long time. Like when 10 years from now, I'd be 34. Like I would have people have kids at that point. I don't know. Probably prison. I don't know. I have to be.
Ooh,
like
okay. So why prison?
Just so I could at least see some people every so often. It depends on obviously what my sentence is, but I feel like I could hold my own for 5 years and just get by, and I don't know, see my girlfriend every couple months a month.
Okay.
What I mean, so that's
I
probably.
can see that. Okay, so now, what has been your most embarrassing moment in college?
Uh,
Like an embarrassing drop pass or anything? So.
Yeah. I don't think anything crazy has happened on the field. I mean,
what about someone else in?
What'd you say?
What about one of your other teammates you could think of?
I don't know. I was just gonna say I've only been late like one time ever, and I guess that was embarrassing because like I had to walk into the team room, and like everyone obviously staring at you. That's kind of the answer, but like I really don't know. That's probably the best thing I can think of right now, and that only happened once. So
yeah, okay. Okay, so this question I have for you. Now this is gonna be the last one. So out of Snapchat, TikTok, and Instagram, you can only use one. Which one you picking?
probably Instagram. I feel like I'm more connected with people on there, and like I would be more, able to tap into like what's going on in their life rather than TikTok. It's just kind of like random videos.
Yeah.
I barely use Snapchat anymore, so probably Instagram. Probably Instagram. That's my answer.
Okay. Hey, I think that's all the questions I have for you. So, hey, really appreciate you doing this, and hey, best of luck in the future, man.
Thanks, man. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, have a good one.